Hi, home cooks! Today I'm in the kitchen making minestrone soup.
This soup is inspired by the beloved traditional Italian recipe. It celebrates seasonal produce and the delicious natural flavor of each ingredient.
Everything we love about rustic Italian cooking comes together in this recipe. Wholesome ingredients, rich flavors without all the pretentious fuss and frills. This soup is even more popular now because it's known as a longevity meal. So whether you're looking to clean out the fridge or make a healthy, delicious meal, this one-pot dinner is just what you need.
So let's get into the kitchen. This is how I make classic minestrone soup.
I'm going to start this recipe with my base flavors. For this classic Italian dish, it's called a soffritto, which is just the classic onions, carrots, and celery that's often used as a base for soups and sauces. For a soffritto, though, we're going to dice it very finely. I've already preheated my Dutch oven over medium heat. Add in about 3 tablespoons of olive oil to coat the bottom of the pot. I'm going to add in the diced vegetables, which is 1 diced carrot, 1 rib of celery, and I'm opting for 1 shallot in mine, but you can feel free to swap this out with the same amount of onion. Stir to coat in the oil and fry a few minutes until it's starting to color and soften. Now I'm going to add in 2 minced cloves of garlic, a 1/4 cup of fresh parsley leaves, and a 1/4 cup of chopped fresh basil. Fry this along with the vegetables just for a few minutes more. And to make sure nothing burns, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of water. Cover and allow the vegetables to soften and cook down 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. All these ingredients are almost going to dissolve into the broth and add so much flavor. And for this reason, I'm going to add in some more roughly chopped vegetables to add heartiness to the soup. I'm adding in 1 roughly sliced carrots, 2 roughly chopped potatoes, and 1 roughly chopped rib of celery. Stir and brown these ingredients about 5 minutes more. Now I'm going to add in 1 can of diced tomatoes. Or if you happen to have a bounty of fresh tomatoes coming out of your garden, feel free to swap this out with the same amount of fresh garden-ripe tomatoes. For a smoother broth, puree the canned tomatoes before adding it into the soup. And then add in 10 cups of water. Give everything a stir and allow it to come to a boil. Then reduce the soup to a simmer, cover, and cook for 2 hours. During this time, I'm going to peek in and stir maybe 3 or 4 times. Now that my soup's been simmering away for the 2 hours, I'm going to add in my more delicate ingredients. These only need a short cooking time, which for my soup is going to be 2 chopped and sliced zucchinis, 2 cups of spinach, and 1 cup of chopped cabbage. None of these ingredients are set in stone. This can be replaced by your favorite leafy green like kale or Swiss chard. Next, I'm going to rinse and drain 1 can of lima beans. Add this to the soup. You can also use dried beans for this. Just make sure to soak them the night before and then add them to cook and soften in the soup at the beginning of the cooking time. And once again, feel free to swap these out for your favorite type of bean. Finally, I'm going to add in about 1 cup of dried pasta. I'm using the classic ditalini pasta for my minestrone soup. But any small pasta is great for soups or even cooked rice. Allow the soup to simmer 10 minutes more or the time according to your pasta's directions. Adjust the salt and pepper to your taste. And this delicious minestrone soup is ready to serve. I like to dust mine with a generous helping of grated Parmesan cheese. This is the perfect hearty and nutritious meal, especially when served with a thick slice of bread for dipping. This easy minestrone soup will nourish the body and the soul. Simple, satisfying, and customizable to what you have on hand or that's in season.
And as always, you can find a link to the full written recipe in the description box below.
Enjoy! If you're a fan of deliciously simple vintage recipes and old-fashioned skills, then you'll want to check out this next video. Thanks for stopping by.